This is Fourth Time Around, Episode 4. Hi, everybody. This is Joe, and I'd like to welcome you all to the fourth episode of the Fourth Time Around podcast. A couple of weeks ago, Lisa had promised an interview with a real live teenager, so we're going to be turning to our resident real live teenager for an interview. So right now I'm going to turn this over to Lisa and my 13-year-old daughter, Rebecca.
Okay, I'm here with our real live teenager, Becky. Hi, Becky.
Hi, Lisa.
Tell us a little about yourself. How old are you? Where do you go to school?
I'm 13, and I'm in 8th grade, and I go to middle school.
And you're starting high school next year?
That's right.
What do you think high school is going to be like?
I think it's going to be pretty fun.
How do you think it's going to be different from middle school?
I think that all the cliques are going to change because there's going to be a ton more kids there.
Mm-hmm. How many middle schools go into the one high school?
I think 4.
So there are going to be like 4 times as many kids.
Yeah.
And you think all the kids who are popular now are going to get knocked down a notch?
Possibly.
What do you think your prospects for popularity are? Or are you not concerned with that? I mean, do you think you're going to be popular in high school? More popular than now or less popular than now?
Of course I'm going to be more popular.
Of course. What makes kids popular these days? Is it like the clothes they wear or?
I think it has to do with the clothes and the personality because if you're really like outgoing and loud during class, that like draws more attention to you.
If you're like funny and friendly and fun.
And loud.
And loud. Okay. What activities do you do in school?
I play the flute.
Are you going to keep doing that in high school?
Probably. I'm in the honor band at my
Oh, very
school.
good. Very good.
Yeah.
And you're an A student, I'm sure.
Yes.
Good, good. So, we were talking earlier about fashion. What are the kids wearing these days? What are the hot stores now?
Like Abercrombie, Hollister, American Eagle, Aeropostale.
So, and what's Abercrombie? We were just talking about Abercrombie. What do you think about the Abercrombie t-shirts?
I think that I think they're like really unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
I agree. Do you think they should be like? Did you stop shopping at Abercrombie because you didn't like them?
No, just avoided those.
Just avoided those. Yeah. Why are Hollister and Abercrombie and Aeropostale so popular?
They always have like the newest trends before like the department stores like JCPenney and Sears and Kohl's and stuff.
But they're more expensive, right?
Yeah, they are more expensive.
So tell me this, like if you saw a shirt you really liked at Abercrombie, but then you saw it had the Abercrombie logo on it, but then you saw the same shirt at Penny's without the Abercrombie logo for cheaper, would you buy the one at Penny's or the one at Abercrombie?
Well, I mean...
Or would your parents make you buy the cheaper one?
Yeah, they'd probably make me buy the cheaper one. I would probably want the Abercrombie one, though. Because the logos are cool.
That's okay. It's just like I always see, every time I see Hollister clothes, I know they're Hollister because they say Hollister in 6-inch tall letters. It's just like a plain sweatshirt that says Hollister.
Yeah.
And I mean that's okay. What kind of music's cool now?
Like artists?
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. Black Eyed Peas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You said you had something to tell me about Don't Funk With My Heart.
Oh yeah. I think that they made one version of it.
Uh-huh.
And then they made a second one with the cleaner way of singing it. And I think that they should only make one version because...
Which one? The bad one or the clean one?
Well, I guess whichever one they make first,
They shouldn't make a song and then change it to make more people like it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
What's your life like? What's a day like for Rebecca?
Well, I like to sleep in till
Yay, me too.
Yeah, till noon or so. And then you call up your friends, and then you usually go to the mall, and then you shopping. You're at the mall for like 3 hours, and then you go back to someone's house, and then you go see a movie, and then you go to Panera and see a movie, and then you go to Ashby's afterwards.
Yay, Ashby's.
Visit the little man that works there. And then, and then you usually get home at like 9:30 if you see like a 7 o'clock movie, and then you go to someone's house and then sleep over, stay up till like 2, and then sleep in the next day.
Oh, okay, great. And then have your dad make breakfast the next morning.
Yeah, nice big Sunday breakfast.
Excellent. When you talk to your friends, do you call them more or do you IM them? If you're like making plans to do something.
Sometimes it's just easier to instant message them because you could talk to them all at once, like as many people as you want.
Because you can get as many people in on the chat as you want.
Yeah.
Are there some things that are easier to talk about on the phone than IM?
Yeah, because if you're like doing homework over the phone or like asking for help, it's like hard to describe it like with talking, like with typing it all up. It's just easier to like describe it on the phone.
Yeah, you don't write the same as you talk.
Yeah.
So before you get to high school, how's 8th grade going?
It's going good. There's a lot more homework than there was in 7th grade.
Yeah. Is it cool being the oldest in the school?
Yeah, it is. It's because it seemed like middle school went by like so fast.
Yeah. Are you nervous about being the youngest next year? Is it going to be weird going from oldest to youngest?
Yeah. It's going to be pretty weird.
You were back at your elementary school a few days ago for the fun fair. How was that?
It was pretty fun, but it's like it's cool going back there and like seeing everything that you've left behind.
Does everything seem really little now?
Yeah.
Like things that seemed normal size now look tiny?
Yeah, like me and my friend, we went up and got us, our pizza, and then we went back and we sat at the tables, and the seats were like really, really small, and it was hard to believe that we actually like fit in those seats.
I know. I know, because you don't feel like you're a lot bigger now, but you are.
Yeah, and then we went to the gym to play some games, and that we always used to think that gym was huge, but it seemed really small.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like the little first grade desks. They're so tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you go to high school, you did the testing a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And they asked you all like your college plans and what you think you'll do after college, and like you're supposed to plan your whole life out now. Yeah,
they were asking us questions like what field you wanted to go in for college and how many years you were planning on staying for high school.
Are you planning to graduate high school?
Yes, actually.
Okay, good. That's a good start. Are you planning to go to college?
Of course.
What do you want to do at college besides party?
Yeah. I want to become a lawyer.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you think, you want to do that now, do you think your plans will change a lot in the next 4 or 5 years? You're going to be in college in 5 years.
I know, it's crazy. I don't know, they might, because a few years ago I wanted to be like a teacher, and then now I want to be a lawyer, so I might want to be something different.
Do you think you'll, when you grow up and like go off to college and everything, do you think you'll, obviously you won't stay around here for college, but do you think you'll move back here when you're grown up?
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you like it here? Or would you like to just go live somewhere else for a while?
I like it here.
It must be a lot of responsibility being the oldest sister.
Oh, yeah.
How do you cope with the pressure?
It seems like the older sister has more responsibilities than the younger sister. There's, like, good things to being it, and then there's negative things. Like, a good thing would be, like, you have more trust, and you can like go off with your friends on Saturday and Sunday and during the week and stuff. And like, but like a bad thing, like when your mom asks you to clean your room, you do it by yourself, and then your younger sister like gets help from your mom.
Oh, Your mom expects more out of you because you're older.
Yeah.
And like if you guys are home alone, you're in charge.
Yeah, and she can't like go places by herself.
So you have to take her?
Yeah.
Do you ever wish that you were the younger sister, or that you had like an older sister or brother?
I sometimes wish I was the younger sister sometimes because she gets a lot of the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because she's younger, or is that because your personalities are different?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're sort of more laid back.
Yeah.
Like a lot more laid back. Anything exciting going on
In my life right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mom just got married.
Yeah.
So, like, moving everything from my stepdad's house over to our house and stuff.
Oh, right. How's that going? Is there a lot more stuff in your house now?
A lot more stuff. Yeah.
Because now you have, it used to be 3 people living in the house, now it's 4.
Yeah, and then my stepsister's off of college, and my stepbrother comes visits us every other weekend.
And how is it having another person in the house? Does it seem crowded?
Yeah, and in the morning, it's kind of crazy because we all have to, like, rush into the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you glad your mom got married again, though?
Yeah, she's a lot happier.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you want your dad to get married again?
No. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I hear you're kind of weddinged out, actually.
Still recovering.
Okay.
Still wedding hangover.
Okay, well, we'll give you some time to recover.
Yeah.
Tell me about your friends.
I have...
Who are you hanging out with these days? Who are your peeps?
Well, I have 2 best friends, and the other ones are, like, really great friends, too. But my 2 best friends I've been friends with since, like, 1st grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they both have, like, totally different personalities.
Yeah. Do you think you'll still be friends with those guys in high school? And, like, forever?
Yeah, I hope so.
What do you guys do together when you get together with your friends?
We go shopping, we see movies, hang out at people's houses, sleepovers, talk.
I am people.
Yeah, that's always fun.
That's funny. Yes, in fact, as I recall, you even I am each other when you're in the same house.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's fun.
Have you ever gone online and pretended to be somebody else?
Yes, but then we'll, like, end up telling them that it's us when we're done talking to them.
Like, do you pretend to be each other, or do you pretend to be totally different people?
We pretend to be totally different people.
That's kind of cool about IMing, that you can, like, pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah.
As you face adulthood, what are you most excited about? About, like, what's going to happen in the next 5 years?
I'm excited.
You're going to get your driver's license. You're
Yeah,
going to
I'm really
graduate and go to
excited about
college. You'll presumably get a cell phone.
Oh, thank you. Well, I need a cell phone.
You'll get to go out. You'll get to date.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about?
All of that stuff. Driving, cell phone, going out. You can go out a lot more when all my friends will be able to drive, because we won't have to worry about our moms and dads who's picking up, who's driving there, and stuff.
And what are you nervous about or scared about? School's gonna be harder.
Yeah,
there are gonna be a lot more kids.
Yeah, a lot. I'm guessing that there's gonna be a ton more homework, just getting us prepared for college and stuff.
What about when you're out with an adult and you pass some other kids, like, within 5 years of your age, and they're like, "Hey, do you know those kids?"
Yeah, sorry, Dad does that to me all the time.
As though every 13-year-old in the world knows all the other ones.
Yeah.
What do you think about, like, clothes, nails, hair,
Boys.
makeup, boys? Oh, boys.
Of course.
Do any of your friends have boyfriends?
Maybe.
Are you still taller than the boys? Like,
no.
Eighth grade boys?
They're like some of, like, the 7th graders are taller than me.
Really?
Yeah, all the boys in 8th grade are pretty much taller than me.
What do you like about boys?
They're cute.
They're, like, funny.
Funny, cute, tall.
They're tall.
I don't know.
Okay, well, maybe some other time we'll cover that.
There you go.
What do you think things are going to be like in the future? Like, what do you think grocery stores are going to be like in the future?
I think that, like, since they have a few self-checkout, like, at least 4 self-checkouts, it, like, Jewel or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think that, like, in a few years, in the upcoming future, that all of the registers are going to be self-checkout.
All of them?
All
Like
of
no checkout people at all?
No.
And you think everybody's just going to know how to use the self-checkout and they'll be fine with it? Or do you think there'll be some people who still are like, no, I want to see a checkout person?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be like that. Because every time we go to the Jewel, there's always, like, a problem, at least like 2 of the stations.
Oh, I know. They're so, like, temperamental.
Yeah.
There's always something wrong. What do you think other things will be like in the future, like in the next, I don't know, how, whenever you think the checkout thing is going to happen? Do you think there'll be a time when people don't have phones at their homes, they just have cell phones?
Yeah, that might happen. And I think that, like, kids who are, like, 10 are going to be getting cell phones, like, in the future. Because I know a lot of my friends' younger sisters have cell phones, too.
Yeah, so that when they go out, they always have a way to call home.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Firefly phone?
Oh, I think that's ridiculous.
That one? Why? Because you can only call, like, the Firefly is the one where you can only call, like, pre-set numbers.
Yeah, and
Ridiculous for people your age or ridiculous for, like, 10-year-olds?
probably people, I guess kids my age would like to have, phones with, like, actual numbers on them.
Not just, like, 4 buttons with little pictures.
Yeah, little pictures.
A mom picture, a
and
dad picture.
I think that if a kid my age had a Firefly phone, like, if I had one, because, like, what if you get the phone, you program, like, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your sister, brother, all those phone numbers in there, and then all 12 numbers are filled up, and then you get someone else's number, and then you can't keep all 12. You have to, like, take one off and, like, put that in there. And I think that, like, you should just, like, be able to program as many numbers as you want in there.
Or what if you're out and, like, you're with a friend and the friend wants to call her mom?
Yeah, and she doesn't have a cell phone.
And she can't.
Yeah.
I think the Firefly is meant for, like, emergency use only.
Yeah.
Like, when you absolutely have to have your mom come get you, then, or your dad, or whatever.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you're not careful, you could open up a cell phone and dial, like, a random 10 numbers and accidentally call Tahiti.
Yeah.
And it could cost, like, $100.
Yeah.
So I guess I can kind of understand it.
And the Firefly phones do have cute little patterns you could put on them, though.
Oh, they do, like, little sticker things?
Yeah, and, like, polka dots and stuff.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, all kids will have iPods instead of CD players?
Yeah, I do think so.
Are CDs, like, kind of out?
Yeah, if you see someone with a CD player, or if you ask your friend, you're like, you're like, bring your iPod over, and they're like, I don't have one, I have a CD player. It's like, what?
Get with it.
Yeah.
What about computers? Do you think you'll use computers more in school in the future?
Yeah, I think that, like, instead of bringing paper and everything, I think everyone's going to be having, like, laptops and bringing them in each class. I think it would be much easier that way.
To type notes on a laptop instead of write notes?
Yeah, and I think that it's easier to, like, save stuff on the computer than coming to school and, like, forgetting a piece of paper at home.
Right. But don't you think laptops might be distracting? Like, if you were in a classroom with a laptop, wouldn't you be, like, tempted to do things other than type notes?
I would, yes.
So what could teachers or students do to, do you think kids should get laptops but with, like, no games or IM on them?
Yeah, as much as I love Instant Messenger, I don't think that the computers for school should have them. That would be, like, really distracting to the kids, so wouldn't be talking to kids from other classes and stuff.
Then again, since the dawn of time, kids have done things other than study in school.
Yeah.
Like, if you have notebooks, you write notes, or you make paper airplanes or whatever. So, maybe it would just be another thing where you would have to pay attention and not be distracted.
Right.
What else do you think? Do you take computer classes now in school?
No.
You just, everything you just know from having used computers?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have to start doing computer classes just like reading and writing and everything?
I don't know, maybe.
What other classes are you taking, like, home ec or anything this year?
I took drama class last quarter. That was called acting, and we acted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did improv and scenes and monologues. And then this quarter I'm taking drama again, and it's called Movie Mania. And we're like watching movies from, like, really, really old movies from like the 1900s and stuff, and then taking notes on them and like critiquing everything.
Oh, that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, and then we got assigned this project that you get in a group, and then you're supposed to like make a movie, and then you have all these different jobs and stuff, like the producer, the director, and stuff like that.
That's going to be really cool. Then what are you taking in the spring?
I don't know yet. I signed up for art class and home ec, so I hope I get those for the next 2 quarters. So, Lisa, I have a few questions for you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay, so what do you think of, like, Hollister and Abercrombie and Aeropostale and American Eagle? Not just, besides, like, the Abercrombie shirts, the inappropriate ones that have been all over the news, but what do you think of them?
I don't really shop at those stores, mostly because I don't know, because I have to wear, like, business clothes to work, and usually I just buy, like, you know, regular jeans and stuff to wear. I don't know, I'm not very, like, fashion savvy.
Yeah.
I like just, like, clothes that are easy to wear, and I don't have to worry about going out of style or anything. So, I don't know, I don't get in there a lot. You know, I think kids are always, more so than adults, worried about what they're wearing, and so I think Abercrombie and Aeropostale are fine. I think I'm a little too old for that stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you the same question you asked me. Like, pretend you're a 13-year-old girl and you see a shirt that you like at Hollister, and it has the logo on it, and then you go to Sears and you see the same shirt there without the logo for cheaper. What do you think you would do?
When I was...
Remember, you're a 13-year-old girl.
When I was 13, I didn't usually have my own money to spend on clothes because I didn't have anybody to babysit for or anything. So I would want the Hollister shirt majorly. And my parents would not have gotten it for me. They would have been like, Lisa, this is the same shirt, only it doesn't say Hollister.
Yeah.
But I think... maybe at that time, even more than now, although I don't know for sure, it was extremely important to have the label on the shirt.
Right.
Like, all jeans looked the same, but the kids who wore jeans with a little Guess logo were so much cooler than the other kids.
Yeah, right.
Like, you had to wear the Guess jeans. And I think logos were even more important than styles. Like, I couldn't even tell you what was in style then, except to say, like, Guess jeans, Eastlands, and... anything with bum equipment on it. It didn't even matter what it looked like, seriously. And silk shirts.
What's that?
Shirts made out of silk.
Oh, silk. I thought you said silk shirts. Okay.
Oh, no. I remember one year, all I wanted for Christmas was a silk shirt.
Really?
In purple. Yeah, I wanted a purple silk shirt, and when I got to school, like the first day of school after Christmas, seriously, like probably 20 kids in 7th grade were wearing purple silk shirts.
Do you remember bubble shirts at all?
Bubble shirts? No.
They're like stretchy little bubble shirts
with like the puffy.
They looked really small in the store, and then when you wore them, they had like little bumps on them, and then they were silky, and then they'd stretch it out and fit you. Do you remember those?
I don't think so. I would have to see one.
I remember I wanted those so bad.
And then a few years later, you're like, oh, that's so dorky.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like that. I saw one like a few weeks ago. And I was like, oh, I remember those. I can't believe I like them.
Okay, that's a wrap. Becky, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, the end.
And thank you, ladies, for that interview. That is going to wrap it up for this episode of Fourth Time Around. Hope you all enjoyed listening to it. And next time out, we'll be back with a recap of the Thanksgiving festivities, which are going to be beginning just hours after we're done recording this. And also Lisa's observations on life, my rants, and the ever-popular cheap date. So if you have any comments, concerns, questions, recommendations, anything like that, by all means, please send us an email. You can reach us at fourthtime, that's the number 4, THTIME, @gmail.com, or you can leave us a comment on our weblog, where this podcast is located, which is fourthtimearound.net. We're going to close out with our song of the week. You heard a little bit of it at the beginning of the show. This is a song which comes to us from the Podsafe Music Network at music.podshow.com, and the group is called Finniston. They're a brother and sister team out of Glasgow, Scotland, and the song we're going to hear is called Peace of Mind. You can also learn more about Finniston by going to their website at finniston.com. So that's it for this week, and thanks again for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
I've been thinking about today, and I'm sorry for the way I don't think, just say there's no delay. If words don't mean a thing, then I wouldn't have to sing. I see it now. Words have power. My guard, I let it fall, then words burn bright and scald, and sorry's by. Peace of